What is up, my friend? I hope you are doing wonderful today in this crazy world we live in this crazy climate, at this crazy time with this COVID-19 and all the speak of all this racism that is going on right now. Today, I want to do a quick recording just for you to challenge your mind as I challenge myself. You see, I found myself making some mistakes this week in anger. And if you know anything about succeeding and success, you never want to act in anger. You want to act in a position of sound mindedness and control. Now, when we try to control ourselves, it is one of the most difficult things that we can ever do. And when we try to control others, it is even more difficult because it is almost impossible. I would dare to say it is impossible. Our job is not to try to control other people, but to control ourselves, to have enough intelligence to control our own minds and to be emotionally intelligent and emotionally strong. You see, if you can become emotionally strong, mentally strong, spiritually strong, all the things that are non-physical, you can actually become stronger in your physical body because you are acting in a spiritual, mental, non-physical space, just as your thoughts are. You see, your thoughts are not physical just yet. But if you think a thought long enough, it becomes real. It becomes physical. It becomes into this world. As you think, therefore you become. So I want to challenge you today. And this challenge has to do with listening. I learned a technique from a guy named Craig Beck. And the technique is called, "Oh, really, really." You see, when we listen to each other, oftentimes we're not really listening. If you catch yourself listening to someone today, watch the first words that come out of your mouth. I guarantee you, 90% of the time, it's going to be the word I. You see, we like to think about ourselves a lot. We like to insert ourselves into other people's stories. We like to add ourselves into the dialogue. But when you're really listening, you're just listening. So I challenge you today, when someone says anything and you're listening to them, why not just say, "Oh," and they'll continue to talk more. And you just say, "Really?" And they'll continue to talk more and you say, "Really?" And they will just continue talking. And you can just listen to them deeply, understand every word that comes from every thought that they think and how they feel, watch their body language. And you, my friend, will become the best listener they've ever had. Now, why do I bring this up? Well, if you remember a few months ago, I put out a video called OQP, which is Only Quality People. You see, if you're around quality people, and you spend your time with people that you think are quality, you will learn a lot from their quality of thinking, their ideas, and their experiences. And how do you do that? You do it by listening, not talking, but listening. A lot of times when we're in a dialogue and we are having a conversation, one of the people is listening more than the other, and one of them is often talking more than the other. In order to end racism, for instance, we're going to have to come to a point of peace and understanding in thought and mind and wisdom and listening and storytelling and history. Now, some of it's going to be painful, but it's important to listen. Many times when my friends are shocked about my history when it comes to being treated badly and mistreated and treated with racism, bigotry, and that sort of thing, they just don't believe what I'm saying. Because some of the things that happened to me were so bad that they simply just blocked them out. It's simply unbelievable that that could have occurred. Now, I call this the End Racism Challenge because I believe that listening in peace can help all of us heal. When we can get our story out to just a listener and have them hear our story. Ask any person around you to tell you their story and simply just listen. That will bring them peace. It'll bring you peace, and it'll definitely bring you closer together if you're really listening and if they are OQP, only quality people. It's important that we listen to each other so that we can end this God-forsaken ugliness that the world has in it. It's up to you and me, my friend. Let's listen, and let's listen well. Peace. If you enjoyed this recording, please share it with your friends, make a comment, like, share, subscribe, and hashtag End Racism.